Tonight I am joined by the technical director of the show, Prospect, to talk about gaming. We want to sort of talk a little bit about the gaming experience or gaming expectation. We were sort of wanted to have a bit of a discussion. We sort of do it every season of different gaming things. And I think one of the things we were sort of talking about is what experience we're hoping to get out of a board game and how that sort of might differ between us. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, I think the viewers will note that in the past we've talked about sort of game length and preferences. Like, would you rather play one 5-hour board game or 5 1-hour board games? And I think there's sort of another angle to this sort of discussion as well, where it's about replaying games. And I think there's a lot of sort of diversity in whether you take a game and you replay it again and again and again, or you play a bunch of different games and go for sort of more variety. And I was thinking about this because there's a lot of games are really well designed to give you a sort of unpredictable outcome, or a lot of different varied outcomes, or a lot of different strategies. Because if you think about it, how many games would you say that you own, roughly? Games you like, 7s pluses, where there are cards in there that you have never seen or never drawn or paths you've never taken.
Yeah, there's definitely games that I've played a number of times where I feel like I'm doing something different and trying to do a different technique or try different areas of the board. We both have like Hadrian's Wall and played it a few times. And that's one of the things where you can be like, I haven't touched this side of the sheet for 2 games.
Never been to Centurion School, not once.
Yeah. But there's also, when you talk about that, about sort of trying to find sort of different nuance of games, is one thing that's we've talked about, I think it's been talked about ad nauseum for board games, is the fact that there is the cult of the new, that there is new hotness coming out every week. You know, Gen Con and Essen Spiel, the 2 big conventions in America and Europe, respectively. Throughout the year, there's you watch people sort of do their haul videos, and there's like 50 to 100 big games that are released. So there is an element of there's always something new to play. And I have, as someone who owns too many board games, but also trades and sort of buys secondhand, I do enjoy curating the collection. So some things there is a thing of going like, it's a game I've heard about or a game I played once and I want to play again, and going, okay, I played this now. Yes, I want to keep this and play this in the collection and play it again. Or I played this. It's not for me. It's fine. I can move it on, and having a sort of sense of relief of being like, I made a decision about the game. Not that it doesn't weigh on me or anything like that, but I like sort of going like, for example, like Quacks. It's a game I enjoy, but it's also a game like, this works well for my family. I want to keep it. So like Stragata, like, I don't love the game, but like, my mum likes it, and like I played it with family. So I will very happily keep it because I found a group to play it with, and I enjoy playing it. There's other things like that I've been like, I like this, but like you and Shane, who's like the main group, doesn't like it. Maybe it's too heavy for Alice. Who would I play this with? And I've got other games in that sort of style. Oh well.
And I feel that a lot of games really reward you for those multiple plays. Like for exploring different strategies that you and developing a sort of sense of mastery. The more you sort of understand the game, the more sort of cheeky you can get, the more sort of overall experience you have about, or awareness of what's going on the board, what your opponents are doing, and you sort of develop a more strategic sense for the game, and you sort of start to experience the game differently. But obviously the cost for getting into a game like that is the playtime. Because again, we all know how hard it is to get a group of people to the table in the first place. Are you going to spend that time playing the same game you've already played, or are you going to spend that time exploring the cult of the new and the new game that's come in and the new thing you just bought that you really want to try?
Well, it's also whether or not you're doing a second or a third play for something that is maybe on first play is a 6, and maybe you play it more and it's a 7 or a 7.5. Well,
how do you know? That's a huge risk.
Or it might be the same, or be like, well, we've got games that like June Imperium is a good example. That's sort of one of our like that, and like Plank, or do you mean deck building games has become sort of our staple. Is often we would do especially later on the night, you don't want to learn a new game. So it's playing the older games again, or the sort of classics where you already don't have to learn the rules. You've got the shorthand, you know you're going to enjoy it. You can sort of go, I'm going to try this tactic this time.
And I find it really interesting that different gamers have different tolerances. Like, some people are definitely, I'd count myself among these, are chasing that repeat game, that staple game that's going to be the game that me and these specific 3 mates play once a month for 3 years kind of thing. Whereas other gamers are more than happy or more hungry to try everything and try and find different varied experiences in different varied games.
Because we talked a little bit about, just before filming, is that one of the things you would like to have, like a 10-game collection of games, like 10 games that you loved and will play regularly.
Yeah.
For me, I would want more. And if it's something that I'm like, I might play this once a year, but I'll have a good experience and I know I can get back to it, I'm okay having that in the collection.
Yeah. And the good news is, board gaming caters for everyone. There's just so many board games, which is kind of part of the problem. If you like me and you prefer to try and staples, you kind of get a little bit of FOMO missing out on anything. But that's part of what makes board gaming great. There literally is a game for everyone, or even an entire genre or suite of games for everyone. But yeah, I would agree. I think my goal for a gaming collection is tall, not wide. I want 10 or so quality games that are going to give me not only, I think it reduces it to call it replay value, but grow the more that I play them as well.
I get what you're saying. I want a bigger collection, and we also have the thing of, on this show, is we're not doing reviews, so we don't have that sort of pressure to be like, I have to play this game 2 or 3 times with different play counts. If we're getting stuff from publishers to showcase on the show, we're doing it via the cover, combos, or gameplay. So we're not sort of going, we have to review it. So for me, it's like, I might play a game that I've traded for or bought secondhand. I might play it once and be like, oh, I don't love this game. People I played with didn't love it. I don't need to keep this. And don't feel that pressure to have multiple plays. So I don't want 10 games that I like, but I do want less than I have at the moment.
Doesn't every serious board gamer deep down in their heart? They may not be ready to admit it, but I think that's true of anyone with the collection over that they can count in like high 10s or 3 figures plus.
Yeah.